guys, welcome to Aaron's Review, and today's video we have a review or an unboxing of a second-hand product. It is quite a unique experience to get something which is quite limited. This is actually a limited edition of a second-hand, well, it is a second-hand product which I was able to actually purchase, and it was by chance that I was able to purchase it while I was looking through the websites, and I just grabbed it. Many people were asking about it, but I just said straight away, first person to look at this website, actually probably maybe 20 people, but nobody asked. I just went, okay, I'll take it off your hands. This is actually the Kaiser Encore Brass Limited Edition. It is the next upgrade of the K10, which I think many people have seen or tried before. I know this is an old product, however this is the limited edition of the Encore Brass Edition, which is only available, well, how many are there worldwide? 150 worldwide. I have one in front of me right now. My friend also has another one, so we've already taken two of them, so I'm not sure where the other 148 is. Retail price of this item is about 2,600 US dollar when brand new. If you were to buy this in Hong Kong, it's about 19,800, so just under 20,000 price range. I've tried the K10. It wasn't my cup of tea. That was like many years ago, but due to the fact that this was a limited edition that I knew about, and I saw my friends valuing this as the top of the top one that he likes, hence the reason why I purchased it straight away at a quarter of a price. There are 10 BA drivers within this item. As I said, it is 150 worldwide, and it's a pleasure when I'm able to actually get something which is so limited. Material that this shell is in make any difference sonically to this any monitor? According to my research, that is supposed to be a yes. Right, so roughly what you get within this item, I'll talk more about this item in a minute. You get a bunch of these. You got a pelican case, we've got the standard cable. There are other things. As I said, I purchased this second hand. I am currently put this into the Free Audio case, which I like because it's big, and you can see that I'm using, I don't think it's the C8 yep, cable, and I've even purchased a campfire mesh bag for it, and it is a 2-pin, and this is what the any monitor looks like. Let me just give you a close-up. As I said, this is really top of the spectrum limited edition of the Noble Kaiser Encore Brass Limited Edition, 150 worldwide. You can see I've already put in the ear tips of the Sedna that I've reviewed, but this is actually the small size version. In here we have a 10 BA driver. The housing is all made of brass. You can see I've even taken off my ring just to make sure that it stays all shiny and pretty, and you can see I've kept it in this mesh bag just to protect it. 10 BA drivers. So what is the BA drivers? Well, it's 10 BA drivers. It is Noble BA drivers, so it's proprietary ones that they've made. There's like 2 lows, 4 mids, 2 highs, and 2 super highs, making it a total of 10 BA drivers. Inside, I'll take off this so that you can see inside. This is what you can see there's 3. I've read there was 4. I don't see 4, but hey, this is 3 for me anyway. It is quite big. Comfort wise, I would say this is probably, it is small. However, fit wise, I don't like the fits. It falls off easily, especially if I were to use the stock cable. Pretty it is, I can say that for sure. You can see that I'm trying to separate these two regardless without them touching, as I want to protect it. This is purchased at second-hand price as mentioned, and I would say that this person has looked after it very nicely, to the fact that it almost looks like brand new, and I was like, wow, super excited when I got this. Will I be keeping it? At the moment I do like it, but I'm thinking of probably not keeping it, mainly because is like a prize. Shiny. I've used it, yes, I can occasionally at night time take it out and use it, but I'm worried that I'll get scratched. Obviously, if I were to sell it, I would definitely make a profit, considering the price I purchased it at, which was a steal. What? So let's talk about the sound quality. Having talked about the fact this is brass limited edition, I'll probably talk about the shell first. 10 units, BA tuned balanced amateur drivers per side, and limited to using a brass casing. So what they've done to the shell is, by utilizing brass, they were able to employ 18K rose gold plating onto the faceplate as well. And this is what the faceplate looks like. It is a successor to the K10, which I've tried, but which I thought was mediocre. That's my fault after testing it off basically for a couple minutes. It retains the musical essence of the K10 and features a retooled mid-range that provides an additional clarity for more accurate tonal balance while still integrating seamlessly with the rest of the audio spectrum. Improvements in mid-range response contribute to a larger soundstage and presentation compared with the K10, with more precise imaging and superior spatial representation, which I actually do agree. Having tested the K10 before, I do feel that the soundstage of this item is much better than the K10. This is definitely not a bass head, but due to the fact it's got 10 BAs, it is able to provide sufficient bass when it's needed. The vocals definitely is right there. That's what the K10 is all about. The vocals, maybe the females, is probably which this will bring out more. Build is top notch, heavy, mainly because of the material is brass, not plastic as mentioned. There is a bit of weight to it. As I said, I've been trying to use this with limited use if possible, worrying that I might get this item scratched, because at the moment it does look like super brand new. Comfort, definitely, and fit is not great. It falls out quite easily, hence the reason why I went for this Sedna Eve tip, as to make it stay in a little bit more. But still, I think that again, this is something that is quite unique. It falls out for sure if needed, but now it doesn't, obviously, if I use this. Comfort, not as comfortable as I feel, especially when I first tried it with this cable, but if you replace it with the cable, yes, it does get slightly better. Bass, super deep, clean, lean. It's a dream. I mean, it's not bassied, as I say. There's a bit of real extension, and it can go very deep. We were talking about maybe down 25 Hz at least. Listening to jazz, rock, country, and bass is very tamed and controlled, not loose or sloppy at all. The mids, I think, is where this item shines, and I think vocals are even and smooth without being too thin or muddy. Upper mid frequencies is a bit of presence to the vocals. You can clearly hear them shine with female vocals, clean, articulate, and detailed. With highs, detail and clarity is what I will say. I can listen to these, but not too loud, because of the highs can get a little bit fatiguing. It's not harsh at all. It's not sibilant either. Even though the air is crisp and detailed, you can hear obviously the breathing of the singers, and if needed, would depend on the song. Even the kick drum set sounds very real. When it comes to EDM and trance, there's a lot of energy to it. Soundstage is big, I would say. It's holographic. There is a big soundstage too, I would say, and it's deep. And at this price range, which I got it, is a steal. But if you were to buy this brand new, my recommendation would be to not buy it brand new. Obviously, you can't buy this item brand new now, mainly because this is limited, and I was just able to get this by second hand. Will I be keeping it? As I said, I probably will not keep it. I like it. I want to have it, but due to the fact that the material is being made, I'm just worried that I might get it scratched. So I think it might be, in the long term, sell this back out while I can get some money or extra money on top of what I pay for it. But it was a pleasure to have something or try something this is limited. The brass does actually bring out some better quality, having the sound more control with the material than the normal edition. There is a gunmetal edition as well, but that is, they just changed the color, I think. But if you were to go for the not Kaiser Encore, that is the top spec and limited, then this is the one that probably people will go for, and definitely a limited collector's edition. One that I would like to keep, but just worry that using it more often I will probably get it more scratched. So hence probably best if I were to sell it back out so that I don't feel that pain when I see another scratch. Anyway, that's my thoughts of this item. I do have another secondhand item which has got bass style, so you guys thought about what that one is yet? Anyway, this is the Noble Kaiser Encore brass limited edition, 150 worldwide. I have one, my friend's got one, so there's still 148 somewhere. This one looks pretty brand new. Oh, by the way, yesterday I went window shopping. I tried the M3 Pro, the Cayin M3 Pro, which has tube amp at 3,699 with a green leather case. I was about to buy it. I thought about buying it, but having thought about it, I think the AP80 Pro is slightly better. If you like tube amp, definitely that is the one that you want to go for. Besides that, I also tried the Odin from the Empire ears. That was like deep super bass. Nothing like to the extent of the Legend X, where the bass is like mostly in the low end and it retains there. Here, the Odin was it was big, it was comfortable. Definitely the cable was good, but the bass was definitely there, and big immersive soundstage is what I felt when I tried it using the M3 Pro from Cayin. With the Cayin, you have 4 sound signatures that you can choose. My preference is definitely with the tube amp on, and remember that only works on the 3.5mm connector. 4.4mm is there, but it's not that great. So yeah, so you're roughly speaking, you're buying that M3 Pro for that tube amp, and it only works with 3.5mm. Besides just tube amp, you also have solid state. Having then controlled that, you then allowed to switch to channels. Also, for another thing about the M3 Pro is that when you turn it on, the tube on, it takes 5 seconds to warm up before it's able to use it. I don't know. I mean, buying it at 3,700 at that new price is probably okay if you want that tube sound. I didn't go for it mainly because, well, tube amp sound is nice, but I think that AP80 Pro copper is there on top for sure. And if it was secondhand, then I might consider it M3 Pro. Anyway, that's all for now. See you guys later, and thanks for watching.